This is Justin AMZN on Wednesday, February 27th, 2019. And I've seen a lot of similarities from yesterday and today. The first one is we just held right here at 1617.54. We had a double bottom, just like yesterday, off of that price. And we even had a retest, just not as far, after a bit of a rally. So rally, retest, and another retest yesterday. And today's just was not very deep. I noticed it was pulling back here. It's like, oh man, if it does anything like yesterday, it's going to pull back some more, especially with that amount of bears just crushing this thing lower. But it didn't. It put in a two candle stair step right here, and then was off to the races again, and barely paused at this downtrend line. So on the daily, I like the strength of this candle. We've got more more bullish volume than yesterday. Let's see, the volume, it was 2.6 million yesterday and 3.1 million today. So let's see, let me make this a little different size. There you go, that's easier to see. Still lower volume than we've had. Like the volume is tapered off as it's consolidated, just going sideways. But having a little more volume than yesterday, I just think that's a little more bullish because it was actually a bullish engulfing candle. We're actually closing above this downtrend line. We'll see if we can hold that tomorrow. Today we actually gapped down slightly to open. From here, gap down slightly. I mean, a little more than slightly. It looked like it was going to sell off harder. Rallied out the gate, almost came up into this level, put in some indecision candles right here, and then started to roll over. And this started to look like a flag, and you could have really done a bracket trade, getting in bullish above it and bearish below this flag. And the bears just overpowered the bulls. Like, it totally retraced. This whole rally from yesterday got taken out, and then it was this price. I mean, each one of these candles was straddling the price that we've got drawn in here. We had a nice sharp bounce off it yesterday. Today, you had some concern that it could actually break down some more, especially if this bullish candle came in. So let's just zoom in on today. If you're watching this, it's had this bearish move. It's got a couple more candles right here. You're thinking, okay, it's got a bullish candle. It's indecisive, inside candle. This could totally go either direction. It could totally break down and continue lower down here and go bullish here, continuing or reversing, going higher. I mean, after this move, hopefully the bears were taking profits. But if you wanted to hold on to some puts, put your stop right here or get into more right here and a stop right here. And you'd be stopped out. Or trailed out. That's perfect. Like, that's a great setup right there. 20 minutes of indecision on our line. And then to see it rally off that, that's phenomenal. Not only did it rally off of this, had you set up the bracket trade here, going bullish here and a stop down here, you would have been filled on a retest, not only on the breakout, which is always a great place to see. It broke out, it started to bounce, puts in a flag here, actually a little bit of a wedge, lower highs, relative lows, a little bit of a triangle, sort of small wedge, and then bullish engulfing candle with a level that's really bouncing right off of the highs right here, bouncing right off of that. Starts to form a double bottom. Here's a neckline retest, continues to rally, starts to roll over a little bit, still holds into the 21. Then this smaller candle here, it's like, okay, I love seeing these small candles. And this one, again, you could have been getting a setup to go bearish below it and bullish above it right here. And that started to work bullish. If you set this up, that the risk reward on this is phenomenal, just to hold that going up. You're in the money by a few bucks on the 1625 calls. So those were a little more expensive. That's what I was looking at here. So that would have been a setup like 14 by 13, and it came down to 1305 right here. The volume was really, really light. on this. And that also made me a little bit nervous that maybe it could just wick back down, you know. Um, any sort of pullback could throw a wick down below there. And so I actually wanted to pause a little bit more, and I missed getting in at that 14 price. It was gone. It was after that candle, it was gone. This is such a strong candle. Breaking out of this S curve. I mean, this is the S curve to get in it. You know, I was talking about it yesterday, the S curve. This is your S curve here. You got a bigger one here. This candle is so strong, having a stair step after that. Right in here at these wicks, I mean, that's where it paused. And then just see it grind higher, retesting back down to those wicks and right back down to our line. I mean, it's almost, look at this downtrend line and these wicks. I mean, let's just draw that wick straight across the day. And where am I at? Look at that. You're predicting the price that you're going to have some interaction with this again. You know, predicting it like a target. Like you get in down here and your target's the high of the day for all of it, some of it. I mean, it didn't get much higher after that. You know, it really just channeled up here, you know, right above this target. So you wouldn't have gained too much more. I mean, something, but not tremendous. So, I mean, high of the day target, that's a good one. So back over to the calls. So this is the 1625 calls. I love seeing this bounce off of 10. You could have been buying 11 by 10, could have been buying 1050 by 950. You could have been buying right around 10. I love that setup, especially when we're bouncing off of a line. And I didn't get in there either. So I just, you know, kind of botched anything today. Didn't lose on it. So I'm recognizing the opportunity right now to learn what I should have done better for the next day I'm trading. And this is the 1650 calls. This was just sideways through here. That whole rally, I mean, you got a little bit of a bump and then the pullback. This is what I was expecting on the 1625 calls, but those were already in the money. So it's not going to have as sharp of a pullback. But you pulled back here really right into the consolidated price. And even this, you could have been getting in like 4 by 3 or even like 375 by 325 and double the number of contracts you normally do. And let's just say you went 4 by 3 getting in here. I mean, maybe you got skipped over on that candle, but that went up to $7. So that's 3R on something that's really conservative. You got to stop way far away down here. You're already rallied. Like this is one of those setups that you're already so strongly moving that direction. It's like a given, you know, get in bullish. You waited for the pullback, get in bullish, have some room on it. And if you're stopped out, you're stopped out, but it's a low risk. I mean, having this set up 4 by 3, you could immediately move your stop up to 325 and then move up to 350 and then move it up to 4. After that candle, you could probably move it up to 4 right after you're in it on that strong of a candle. So you're break even within 5-10 minutes. You're locking in break even, you know, and just letting it grind higher. And it literally did make it back up to the high of the day on the option. You know, came back up almost to 7. Let's see, what was it? 740. So it hit the 740 price on this candle, same high. These two candles are the same high. This is at 130. Let's look at 130. Is that this one? Yeah. On that candle, it actually touched the same high price as the open. So past, obviously, you know, we had some time decay from this time of the morning to this time of the afternoon. But we got back up to the same option price. It's great. That's, again, a great target to have. If you're not targeting the high on the stock, target the high on the option. That's or a little bit below the high on the option, like 7. Like I said, you know, doing this 4 by 3 with a target at 7, that would have been a 3R trade. You're done. That totally works. The other thing with this is this sort of indecision right here and then starting to sell off. This could have been, you could have been trading this, again, the $10 price possibly 10 by 9. I mean, this would have been a little bit off, having some lows in here that got below 9. But with the bearish candles breaking down on the stock, getting in around 10 and a stop at 9, I mean, it just worked. And that moved, more than 3R. That actually, hit opening the opening high on the option within the same 5 minutes, and then just continued. I mean, this sell-off here back down into this line, that's a great target. You could have been doing this like a bracket and bracketing bracketing the put, 10 by 9 or something close to that, and just holding on until it got to that target, and that would have been like getting out at 18. So like 10 by 9 going up to 18, that's 8R. So 8R going bearish, and then I keep clicking the wrong thing. Even on this one, getting 3R going bullish. So 8R and 3R, that's 11R. Or had you done the 1625 as this reversed, and I'm not saying you bought at 10, I'm saying let's just say you bought at 14 by 13 and you held till at least 20. Let's say 20 because, this is where we started out. So hold on till 20, you got it at 14, that's 6R, just doing that. Very, very light volume here, but, and then let's see, this is the 1625 put. Let's look at the 1600 put and see what that did. This one would have been even better because you could have done almost the same trade on the 1650 calls. You could have been doing like 350 by 250 or 4 by 3 and taken that up to 7 or even 8. So that even would have been 3-4R. So we're still talking something that's $25 out of the money on a Wednesday with the kind of move we had. Going bearish, you could have made 3R, and going bullish, oops. There we go. Going bullish, you could have made 3R. I gotta switch back over to it. Oh no, I did it. Hang on. 1650. There you go. 4 by 3 up to 7. 4 by 3 up to 7. That's 3R in each direction. I'd be good with that in a day. That's 6R. I'd be good with one of those in a day. That's 3R in a single day. So we'll see if the end of the month has anything for us. We're looking like we're hooking back down with the same thing we did yesterday. Really nice engulfing candle today. If we take a bigger step back, let me look at there's already a double bottom going on here. It's already a retest of 16, 17, 54. Let's go to the 15 and see if anything bigger is happening. Not seeing it there. How about the hourly? Still just consolidating. This is a little more clear having these lows in here. I was really hoping to see a kind of more of the inverted head and shoulders, but I'm still seeing like this wider neckline. It's coming way back over here. We're really using this. We're really using this line as like a neckline here. So again, tomorrow's the last day of the month. If you've got the gains in the month, make sure you're locking that in and get ready for a bigger move in March if we can stay in this range through tomorrow. Because I think now on the monthly, let me switch back to the 5 here, and then we'll go back to the monthly. I think it's positive now. I think with today's candle, it's positive. Yeah, so the month is positive here. So, like I said, I am good with the close tomorrow being under 1638.88. I'm okay with this candle turning red. I prefer this candle turn red tomorrow and actually pull back before March. That just means we have to get under this line tomorrow. That's all that means. Not even under the, you can sell off a little bit from where we're at now. But if we get back under this line, if we can possibly even come back down to this price again tomorrow, that's a great place to pull back to. That just says, okay, we got, we're just channeling through here. Here's kind of a rough channel with some breakouts. you know, broke down here and here, broke out here, and pretty much held this, pretty much held this, this. I mean, all I'm doing is looking at where this thing is actually touching. And I mean, had I drawn this yesterday, that would have been a great place to buy, great place to have a target. I should have drawn that for us yesterday because I mean that's you could have drawn this with yesterday's candles. It's kind of annoying to have drawn it today and then not trade it like that today. I mean, look at this. If I pull this back to right here, that's what I did. I just looked at these days. So I looked at what day was this? The 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 25th, 26th. If you just look at that and then say, hey, I'm going to extrapolate that. I'm going to say, let's extend to the right, and I'm going to trade the next day according to this. Well, it wouldn't have worked to go bearish here, but it sure would have worked to go bullish right here and exited right here. So some algorithm or some person has drawn this, and that's how they've been trading. If they drew it yesterday, that's how they traded today. That totally worked. So we'll see if we can do something to come back down to this tomorrow. If we don't get back down to 16, 17, 54, look for it to come back down to this. And I mean, what if then, can I zoom back out? I'm not doing that. I don't think it's going to let me go any further. Here, let me see if I can do that daily. Daily, maybe. What if we get a candle in between the purple and that lower end of the red? What if we get a candle right here and it's bearish and the month ends bearish and the week ends on Friday? So that doesn't really work. But what if we get a bearish candle here and then Friday we gap up and we have a bearish gap and go on a daily and on a monthly? That would be really cool. Doesn't have to happen that way. We could close right on the 21 tomorrow. That would still be good. But I'm getting excited for March to have a bigger move. It may not have. I may be totally wrong, but you know, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to leave these on here and see if we can play into this tomorrow. I want to look for one more thing, and I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit more. I'm looking for two candles side by side that look like that, nice and small. You kind of got them here, but I mean, I want to have a bullish. I want to have the second one be a little stronger bullish than the first one. I'm not really seeing two small ones like that, where it looks like it's going to be just a continuation. Maybe something like that. That's a little too indecisive. That's moving. That's directional already. Let's see if we can find a pair like that and see what happened after it. Something like that. That had a bearish gap, pull back a little bit more. Maybe those, that continued. A lot of these look similar to that. Let's see if there's any more near 21. Maybe that. Because we had a gap down, trade back up, gap down, trade back up. Something like that could work. And then we actually broke out, had a little bit of a stair step here that pulled back a little bit more and then started to bounce off the 21. I mean, if you did something like this, you know, and just went sideways for half of March, that still works. Yeah, maybe something like that. Pull back a little bit more. It's a little bit too high because you're making all-time highs on all this. That's the hard thing. All this stuff going up is all-time highs. We're not at an all-time high location. We are getting ready to do some sort of breakout from a consolidation, which I guess that means we could be back here. So keep looking left. See what happened before. See if things will repeat. If anybody finds something that is similar to what we're seeing now, let me know, and I can try and take a look at it. But you know, a lot of the focus is seeing where we're at right now and how this could be working out. But so far, we've been staying above this downtrend channel. And so I don't want to take that off yet because still we're in a downtrend. But when the slope changes, other things can be shifting too. So we've definitely got momentum building. We've got this consolidation going on with the momentum. It's still bearish momentum. I was actually a little surprised to see, hang on, that we were actually kind of not getting more bearish, but I was a little bit surprised that we had as much bearish momentum level, this negative level. I thought this would have sloped higher with this bearish bullish candle today, but I think it came down to where the gap was. I think it showed up with that much bearishness because it gapped down, traded down, made a new low, and then rallied. I think it was more so based on where the low was. I'm not even sure how that's exactly calculated, but that was my thoughts on it. That was something I don't think I mentioned here, that the low yesterday was 16, 16, 13. The low today was 16, 15, 10. So actually broke lower. The low on this one was 16, 15, 49. So this complete breakdown straight down here actually made a new low from yesterday. There were still bears. This is what's crazy. Look at this. There were bears. There were bulls buying right here yesterday, and then today, so that's the level we're at. Today, there were still bears shorting it here, and more bears shorting it here, and bulls just totally took advantage of buying it up from there, and the bulls won. Bulls won it out today. So anyway, I think that's all I got. Pretty cool day, seeing how this moved, and hopefully some more excitement's happening on Amazon because all this chop has been really boring. It'd be nice for something to shift the next few days or next month. So hope you enjoyed this video. This is Justin Amazon. Thanks.